welcome back to Cross Stitch the Globe. This is a channel about cross stitch. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Allison.
And today is a Flosstube Extra. We have 3 types of videos on our channels. We do the typical Flosstube deep dive that everybody does. We do those on Mondays. In between, we do Flosstube Extras, which is today, where we pick a topic that we wouldn't have time to fit in our normal very long Flosstube episodes, and we break it out. So today we're talking about how to make needle minders from lapel pins, or those pins that have the metal backs that are very pointy and would injure you or your fabric if you're just trying to stick it directly into your fabric.
Right.
And then on Thursdays we have tutorials that are beginners. We do those mostly for people who buy patterns from our Etsy shop. However, everyone's welcome, and if you are an experienced stitcher and you watch it and you have any tips to leave in the comments, we love it. If you have any tips to leave about this topic today, please do. Today we're going to go over 3 ways to turn lapel pins or other stick pins, push pins into needle minders. This is number 1, and maybe you get lucky and this is all you need. This guy is number 2, because this is a tool that people are more likely just to have in their home already. And then this is number 3, if you really want to make these but you don't own one of these, or you own one of these but you really think you're going to make a lot of needle minders and it's worth investing in something that is more nimble, easier on the hands.
It's specifically for DIY projects, so it's designed to be easy to use.
So before we get into it, so we already filmed all of the footage of us actually, well, not me, of her and Allison and her husband Jared actually using all of these tools. So a few things I want to mention before we show those footage that we forgot is, so first of all, what do you need? If you're just going to try this method and hope that the whole piece comes off, you really only need a pair of pliers.
Right.
We won't make any of this way in the video because we didn't look out, but basically, if you have a push pin and you take a pair of pliers and you pull the metal off, which is an important step for making all of these.
All of them.
There is a chance that the whole thing will just pop off, and that's awesome. And
yeah.
I hope you look out.
And then you're good.
And if you don't have any tools, but you want to at least give it a try, it's worth giving it a try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then if you want to step up to a drill, you also probably want to have some kind of protective eye gear, like glasses, and gloves, which Allison's husband did not wear in the video because he was kind of just, we kind of asked him last minute if he would be in the video, and he was like, sure, yeah, I'll just do it. Allison also shows a vise that they bought to use with this. That's not necessary, but it is nice if you're going to do it that way. And
we use the vise because this is very heavy. And so trying to hold this and the piece that you're working on is very difficult.
So the vise is not necessary, but it's nice. And then for this, we also show a box of, what are these called?
These are grinding stones, and I just bought a box of I think there's 50 of these in the box, and it was like $12.
And then if you decide you want to go ahead and upgrade to the handheld DIY tool that is you have the handheld brand. We'll link to it in the description. Allison uses the same box of grinding stones. Now, these are things we talked about when we were making them. I just want to be clear up top that those are the things that you need. Yeah. Were there anything else that you would need besides, then in order to turn those pieces into needle minders, you obviously need glue and
magnets.
Yeah. And we use neodymium rare earth magnets. A lot of the needle minders you buy will use those too, as opposed to ceramic magnets. And I'll link to, in the description, I'll link to everything as an Amazon link that you can purchase for these if you need any of this stuff, any of the supplies. I will list them as affiliate links, but also if you're not going to buy them and you just want to go see what they look like, they're there for you too, for that reason too. So, all right, anything else we should talk about before we show
no,
the actual tutorial?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Well, enjoy the section where Jared and Allison do it and I talk to them.
Y'all get to see my husband.
Hi, Jared. How are you today?
Hello.
Allison, you want to introduce Jared?
Okay, this is my husband, Jared. He is going to help us demonstrate how to make a needle minder from one that's like a lapel pin or something that has something else on the back where you need to make it flat.
Using a heavy duty tool like this, as opposed to Allison's tool.
My cool DIY
Much better.
Yeah. Easier to maneuver.
So this is what you guys were using for a long time.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you guys figured out that.
Yes.
But if you're watching this video, you probably don't already have one of those, and so you can decide if you want to switch. Yeah. Anything you want to tell us before you get started? Any tips?
Don't poke yourself.
Good tip.
What did you guys attach to it?
Okay, that is, I'll show you the whole box. That is one of these grinders. And originally we just bought them at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those types of stores. But they were pretty expensive per one. And you go through them after a few, they get worn off. So I found this big old pack of them on Amazon for like, I think it was like $15. It was real cheap.
All right, Jared. So I have this Oklahoma pin that I got for our Okies out there. It actually has 2 on there, which is super annoying. So would you do us the honors? We're going to change the camera so you guys can see what he's doing. All right, something I forgot to ask you when we were filming before. What are your safety tips for this?
Watch your fingers and try not to, it's not really a safety tip, but try not to break the product.
Yeah, for real.
But,
All right, so what are you doing first?
first, I just grab these long parts, and then they usually break off pretty easily. And the better part is when you get the ones, and then like this entire part just comes off, and you don't have to do nothing else.
Those are the dream ones.
So if you do have a pin and you don't have any saws or anything, try just to break it off and see if you can get it and get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, they don't, because they're well made.
So you just need a pair of pliers to hold them.
Ta-da. And you're not right now, but do you typically wear anything to cover your eyes? But because you normally wear glasses, so.
Well, not for that part, but for the grinding part, yes, you are.
Yeah, for the grinding part, you want to wear glasses because
Little pieces.
Flying
little
out.
pieces will get in your eye, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
I worked in a still shop for many of years, and it was not fun.
Alright, so.
Here comes the fun part.
You want me to hold it and you grind it?
Let's try me doing both,
Okay.
just so I can have some of that control.
Now, this is how we did it to start out with, very low tech. You hold it, you grind it.
What I try to do is I try to push with one hand and let the other one just hold the drill. But I actually bought a vise for this because it's much easier. But
This is the low tech way.
this is the learning stage.
Yeah. And then you want to see the vise?
Yeah, we're gonna do it the easy way now. The vise.
Okay, so this is the upgraded version.
Yeah.
Well, this is the upgrade
middle.
1. Because then we got the vise and we still use this thing.
Yeah.
Still not 100%. And if anybody's got like an actual grinder like in their closet or something, that would work
Oh, yeah.
100% better.
No idea. So you don't have to hold it, so you can angle it better.
How can you tell when it's done?
It'll be smooth.
It'll be smooth.
That one's not done.
It's not done.
Nope.
Oh.
Feel it.
not perfectly smooth. It doesn't have to be. It's smooth enough that when you put magnets on it, it's not gonna be a problem.
Right. See, there's still a bump, but the magnet is gonna raise up, so that won't hit the
fabric.
at all.
And I'm probably gonna put the magnets over the bumps anyway, so that they won't hit the fabric.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jared.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
So Allison's got her tool. What's this called again?
It's a DIY. It's just called a DIY hand tool, but that's the brand.
And you're putting a new.
I'm changing out the last one I used because if you do them for like 4, 5, 6 times, depends on how long you have to grind. But the stone part becomes dull.
Literally using the same ones that Jared was using for the drill.
Right.
Same concept, more control.
Yeah, I like this little tiny tool more than that big heavy drill. I can do it myself.
And since you're doing more delicate work than a drill has to do, you can accomplish it.
Exactly.
And faster.
Okay, so I changed out the I'm gonna call it a bit. Is that
Grinding stone.
the grinding stone? Okay. Gardening tools. Okay, I also have glasses.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like we come from a family of people that need glasses, so.
Right. So here's the tool. Here's my needle minder.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that adorable? So I got to take that off first. So I'm going to use the pliers, just like Jared did. And I'm going to try and get it to start twisting off. And I can already feel it move. Wiggle, wiggle. And that's the part that we need to sand down. And if I'm not using that giant drill, I can hold it. I don't need to put it in the vise. So this drill is so easy to operate. You just turn it on. Oops. And it has many speeds. And I like it pretty high. Oops. And then you just hold it. And definitely wear gloves to do this so your tool doesn't slip.
Looks like you're giving yourself a pedicure.
Does it?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is literally all you do until you feel comfortable.
So it's not gonna hit your fabric?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Okay.
All right, now Allison's gonna, I have this one that was like a pin, but it's not, it was like a, like everyone's seen like the airline things. So it had metal coming out and the metal came off pretty easy, but it left this like plastic residue. So we're gonna see if this works on this as well.
Let's
and
see.
if it doesn't, it's okay, because it's not an irreplaceable family heirloom. It's just from my last trip to Mexico. I thought it'd be cool. All right, so we've got this, this, and we have shown how to go from like this stage to needle binders before, but let's go ahead and do that again today, just so people don't have to watch 2 different videos. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is use super glue. No, we're gonna coat it in
Nail polish.
We're gonna coat it in nail polish so that, and this one doesn't need it because this is plastic, but the metal ones, so just to make sure they're tarnish proof. gonna do this one first because it doesn't need to dry because it doesn't have nail polish on it. So I use super glue. Allison uses Gorilla Glue. They're the same concept.
Okay, now I have different sizes of magnets. I have this size.
Yeah, that'll work.
You want that one? Okay.
So we talked about this last time, and we'll list it in the description, but we buy neodymium magnets. We're kind of playing with different sizes. Obviously, a really big neodymium magnet that's the size of a quarter is like...
It was too heavy.
And they're better for the back than the front. The front is nice just to get like something that will sit nicely behind the object. And then I like to have a slightly bigger one in the back, but when you buy a bunch that are all the same size, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You also can swap them around.
You can get a pack that's got several different sizes on Amazon for about the same price as one that's all the same size.
Yeah.
If you are new and want to figure it out, or if you have different sizes of things you want to make. Some of them are teeny tiny, and I don't know what the heck you're going to do with that, but you never know. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so what size are we going to do on this? We have, oops. Okay, that one's going to be real easy. All right. Well, there you go. Well, anyway, we can put this small magnet on it and then a bigger one on the back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And also, if the actual pin itself is magnetic, that's going to change the game a little bit too.
I'm not even sure we need this.
Probably for the best, just because things do get pried off. And Allison's just putting like a little dab.
That's a tiny one. There we go. Oops, maybe not in the middle.
And something we talked about in our last needle minder video, you don't want to get these too close together because then the magnets will pull into each other and mess up your glue.
How about this size on that guy? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Just a tiny dab. Boop. This stuff is so strong. All right. And this one dries clear, so you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, it's just the back of it. Not that it would matter.
Yes.
Not that it would matter that much.
Keep them apart from each other.
Keep them apart.
All right. So we're going to let these dry for between 2 and 24 hours. We're just going to do 2 hours this time because we're just going to wrap this up today. But if you are more worried, you can wait longer.
Yeah.
All right. Our needle minders have dried. It's been about 2 hours. This board is magnetic, so we just we like to just plop them right on there. But to actually turn them into needle minders, all we need to do then is take a second magnet and we'll be good to go.
Yep.
So these are our 3 lapel pin needle minders that have been upcycled, 2 that were metal, and then this one that was plastic. And do you have anything to add? I think they look great.
They do. They turned out really good. And this one looks big, but it's so lightweight because it's plastic. That'll be good. I think everybody has like their own preferences on how big they are. But if you want a really strong magnet, I would definitely use the ones that we do, the neodymium. Yeah.
And we'll link in the description to all this stuff.
Because they are really strong, so you have to be careful when trying to pry them apart. But yeah, that's all.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching our tutorial on how to turn lapel pins and other pieces of metal that have pokey, sticky parts into needle minders. If you're not subscribed to our channel, we'd love it if you subscribed. Next Monday, you'll get a full Flosstube. Then on Thursdays, again, we have those, Frankie, the cat, is walking into the... On Thursdays, we have short tutorials for beginners, but if you're not a beginner and you have something to say on the topic, we'd love to have you during those as well. And then if you made it to this point in the video,
Put a cat.
leave a cat emoji. That'll be our secret language that you made it to the point where Frankie showed up. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you, for some reason, missed our first needle minders tutorial, it covers a lot of the same stuff because those were like an even easier one, but we'll link it in the description as well. So thanks so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.